Ryan Matthews have nothing to look forward to. My parents don't love me because I won't go to school anymore. I dropped out of high school because it was just too hard. I tried my best studying, went to every tutoring the teachers and students could possibly give me, and did extra credit, but the grades I got were D's and F's. Since those are the grades I got for trying so hard, I figured, why go to school anymore? I'm wasting my time. So I just worked 3 jobs every other day while living with my friend Zach Daniels, since my parents kicked me out. Zach doesn't let me pay money for letting me stay with him at the beach house. Instead, all he wants from me is to borrow my red sports car on the days I don't work to pick up chicks. Zach Daniels is a rich senior, so he doesn't have to worry about where to live, gets A's in every subject in high school, and is the center of attention at parties. Is there anything he's not good at? His parents are traveling around the world, so they're never home, which means that they don't know about the parties he goes to. He is one lucky dude. My 3 jobs are cleaning, packing, unpacking, and helping customers find things at Party City. In the mornings, $10 an hour, then serving ice cream in the afternoons at Chills, $7 an hour plus tips. And then at night, I wait on people at Fluffy's, $10 an hour plus tips. All the employees at Fluffy's have to wear bunny ears and a bunny stub. Cute, right? Wrong! It is not cute for the guys. But that's probably what brings the tips, besides us being nice to the customers. Every time I come home, really Zach's home, but it feels like my home as well, I am so tired that I just go to my room, close and lock the door, plop on my bed, and fall right to sleep. The next day, when I want to sleep in, since I only work every other day, Zach decides to throw a party right after school. I have to clean up my room just in case anyone goes in. Don't want the guests, especially girls, to think I'm a slob. When I am vacuuming all the 3 rooms, Zach comes in and says, "What the heck is that smell?" I smell around and realize the smell was coming from me. I forgot a baby threw up on me at Fluffy's, and it got onto my clothes, which I didn't change out of last night because I was too tired. I'm going to clean my sheets, do the laundry, take a quick shower, and vacuum the rooms. I tell Zach, "No, I can't take the smell any longer. You just take a quick shower, I'll do the rest." Zach motions his hand to the bathroom. When I finish my shower, I realize that Zach not only did what I was going to finish, but also ordered 10 pizzas with breadsticks, Chinese food, salad, and junk food. "How many people are coming?" I asked Zach, looking at all the food. "Basically the whole school. They want to know you're doing good." "I doubt that, but thanks anyway." "They're here," Zach yells when the doorbell rings. We let our guests in to get food and eat outside, because there's no way everyone could fit inside the house. A few of the guests talked to me, but none of them were girls. No more of the guests talked to me, so I just walk around on the sand. When I walk past 3 girls, the right one blonde-haired, the middle is red-haired with an alien tattoo on her lower back, and the left one is black-haired. I hear them talking about me, and it is not pleasant. "I thought Zach's friend that lives with him works today," Blonde says. "The party is for his friend, meaning he does not work today? Who do you think the party was for?" the black-haired asks. "I thought the party was for Zach getting accepted for Harvard," Blondie responds. "If only his friend was smart, I would date him. Why did he have to be hot yet stupid at the same time? Either a guy is one or the other. If not, then he doesn't belong here. Please, aliens, if you exist, abduct him and make him smart." The redhead prays. Brianna, aliens do not exist. And you make the dude sound totally stupid, which he is not. Because if he was, then he would not have a job, the black-haired says. He's still in the totally stupid category. Because he gives hot guys a bad name. Doesn't play any sports, doesn't have a career, he doesn't know what to do with his life. And he just slums around Zach's beach house because he can't afford his own. He's worthless. Brianna stares at the sand. Then why are we talking about him? The black-haired glares at Brianna, then leaves the group to probably get more food. I am already inside the house when she comes in, so she doesn't know I listened in on the conversation. So, how are you enjoying the party? I ask her. I should be asking you that, since this is your party, but since you asked, I expected more than this, like blaring music, lots of colored lights, and dancing. But the pros of this party are the food. Getting to walk barefoot on the sand, and seeing a lot of hot guys. Now it is your turn to answer your question. The black-haired gets a slice of pizza. I think it's okay. You did not really want this party, did you? She looks into my eyes. Are you psychic? No, I can just read eyes well. What's your name? My name is Diane Willis. And what is yours? Brian Matthews. Well, I gotta go. My friends are leaving. She finishes her pizza and then walks out of the house. When the party is over, my cell phone starts vibrating. So I answer it. Hello, who's calling? It's Tom Brown from Chills calling to let you know we have been bought out by Cold Stone. So we have no jobs now. Bye. 2 girls and probably more think I'm stupid. And now I only have 2 jobs. What am I going to do? All the other jobs I wanted to do are taken or need college experience. Hey Brian, what do you think about the party? It was awesome, right? Zach walks into the house towards me, interrupting my thoughts. Yeah, right. It was awesome, I say sarcastically, while packing the food in the refrigerator and pantry. Then go straight to my room, lock the door behind me. I get ready for my next day of working, then go to sleep. I must have bad luck on a Friday, because when I come into Party City, Kathy Bell, the manager, tells me some other guy is covering for me today. So I am not needed. When I drive back home, I just lay on the sand thinking about my life until my cell phone vibrates. It wasn't hard to guess who was calling me, knowing my bad luck today. When I pick up the call, it is the boss from Fluffy's saying a girl is covering for me. So I am not needed. What the heck is happening to me? What am I going to do for the rest of the day and the next? I have no life, I have no purpose, and there's nothing I'm truly great at. Brianna is right. So now, what needs to happen to me is to get abducted by aliens, and she'll truly be right. I don't want to wait for Zach inside or on the sand, so I just jump into the ocean and keep swimming, clearing my mind of everything, only thinking about the waves. Higher waves keep coming toward me, trying to push me back to land, but that's not what I want. So I swim against the waves, determined to see beyond land, beyond all that I've known to be. A figure moves below me, and I automatically think it's a shark come to end my life. When the figure comes right for me, I realize it's not a shark. It's a huge, long white sea monster. Before I can move any part of my body fast enough to avoid the monster's mouth, it already swallows me. It doesn't bother to chew me. At least I don't land into its stomach head first. It is my back that lands first, but its stomach still smells and feels slimy just the same. Oh, goody. Stuck in a sea monster's mouth just because I wanted to explore the ocean and free myself from my pathetic life. I speak aloud to myself. Yes, I'm not by myself. I feared I would be by myself trying to escape, but now I have help. I'm so glad the monster didn't chew you like the rest of the stuff it ate. A girl that has short brown hair with violet highlights walks toward me. Who are you? My name's Rachel Sales. What's your name? Brian Matthews. How long have you been inside its stomach? What day is it? Rachel looks around the stomach. It is the 3rd of June, which is a Friday. I've only been inside its stomach for 3 days, surviving on fish guts. Feels so much longer. Fish guts? Don't worry about that. Here, take these sealed teeth and stab the monster with them as hard as you can, and perhaps it'll open its mouth from the pain and we can climb out. Rachel gives me sealed teeth, then starts stabbing at the monster as hard as she can. I follow her lead, stabbing the monster, and after about a minute, we both stop. We hear water coming into its stomach. We turn around and start to try climbing up to its mouth, but there's too much water coming in. The monster plans to drown us. That was my first thought. But when I get to its throat, a shark smacks into me, making me lose my grip on the monster's throat, which makes me smack into Rachel, which makes her smack into the water, which means we're back in the monster's stomach. When Rachel and I swim out of the water to get some air, the shark swims up to us, opening its mouth to bite us. Rachel throws a seal tooth into the shark's mouth, grabs hold of my hand, and swims to the shark's back, while the shark tries to get the seal tooth out of its throat. I never thought I would be riding on a shark with a quick-minded girl to get out of a sea monster's stomach. My life can't possibly get any more interesting than that. I'm surprised that the sea monster's mouth is still open. It already swallowed a shark to kill us. I guess my original thought was true. It plans to drown us. There's no more air, so Rachel and I hold our breaths while the shark follows the fish guts that Rachel grabs out of her small backpack and throws out of the sea monster's mouth. When Rachel and I are out of the sea monster's body, we let go of the shark so it can go after the fish guts, and we can swim up to the surface to breathe again. The sea monster sees us swim to the surface, so as soon as we get one breath out, we get smacked by its tail further into the ocean, right next to a whirlpool. Rachel and I get sucked into it before the sea monster can reach us. The maelstrom never seems to end. Rachel and I look at each other thinking we're going to die. Of all the places to die, a maelstrom? Really? I guess it's better than getting chopped up by a shark. This is it. Water enters our bodies. Our eyes are closing. We're dying. Goodbye, cruel world. I open my eyes and see Rachel standing up, staring at 10-foot tall creatures. I never thought heaven would look this strange. All around us feels gooey, and the creatures look human but have jellyfish skin. We walk closer to the creatures and ask where we are. The creatures look at one another and start nodding their heads. Then one starts writing on the gooey ground with its long, sharp-looking nails. The writing says that we humans were in a place called Ghoulish. The creatures here can't talk. They gave us a gooey armor while we were unconscious to protect us from monsters, but our heads aren't protected. Something about the maelstrom and their history. It is hard to keep up with the creature's writing because it writes quickly, and as soon as it finishes a word, the word disappears. The last writing I get is that all the creatures' names are Raoul. This place can't get any more weird. All the creatures have the same name, look the same, and everything here is made out of goo. I now know that Rachel and I are not in heaven or hell because those places would not look this strange, which means we are still alive for now. Some of the creatures go about their business while the others follow us wherever we go, which is creepy. It feels like the creatures following us don't want to lose their food. Rachel and I decide to just sit on gooey chairs and talk. Having eyes on us constantly is even creepier than them following us. So, how did you end up in the sea creature's mouth? I asked Rachel, trying to ignore the Raoul creature's stares. I was on a fishing boat on Wednesday. I wanted to go out at sea on my birthday right after school. That's why I have my backpack. A huge wave came and rocked the boat, enough to make me fall overboard. I did not land in the water. I landed right into the sea monster's mouth. The monster must have planned to eat the whole boat and my family. But it left after it choked out from the surprise of me falling right into its mouth. When you landed in the monster's mouth as well, I heard you say that you had a pathetic life. How can that be? I dropped out of high school because I didn't understand anything. Mostly everybody there thinks I'm stupid. I have no life on land. I guess you belong in the ocean then. Is it just me, or are the Raoul creature's nails getting longer? I look at all the creatures around us. Don't you remember about their history when one of them was riding it on the ground, mentioned something about sacrificing? Rachel states calmly. I did not catch that part. How are you so calm? We're going to get killed. I yell. Great. They're going to kill us now, since they know we're panicking. I was trying to find a way out. That's why I was trying to stay calm, to buy us some time. Rachel yells at me while backing away from the Raoul creatures coming toward us. We are surrounded. Those Raoul creatures are going to stab us in the head, since supposedly they give us body armor, but the only part it doesn't protect is our heads. Hold your breath. Rachel looks up, so I look up as well. What I see is amazing. The maelstrom comes back, but instead of going inward, it goes outward instead. It sucks Rachel and me and a few Raoul creatures that are closer to us in, spitting us back into the ocean. When the maelstrom stops, Rachel and I swim as fast as we can away from the Raoul creatures. The 8 Raoul creatures swim after us. 2 of them manage to grab us, but Rachel fights hers off well, unlike me. I am about to punch mine in the face, but he catches my wrist and yanks me toward him. With his other hand, readies himself to stab me in the head. When his nails come toward my head, an arrow stabs into his head. He lets go of my wrist, but is not dead. How the heck do you kill these jellyfish-skinned Raoul creatures? I get my answer when I see the long white sea monster bite into my attacker's head. What the heck? His head is growing back. Oh man, this ocean sucks. When I look behind me, I see the rest of the Raoul creatures staring at the sea monster, not even noticing how many arrows are in their bodies. I can see in their eyes that they have made the sea monster their new sacrifice. All the Raoul creatures leave us alone and start attacking the monster. No! I yell out when Rachel is tugging me away toward the thing shooting the arrows. When the Raoul creatures manage to make the monster bleed, everyone stops, except the Raoul creatures. Even the arrows stop flying by, because everyone knows what it means to have blood in the ocean. Sharks are everywhere, attacking everyone. A great white shark bites me in the leg. I expect to scream out in pain, but when I look at my leg, I realize it isn't bleeding. The Raoul creatures were telling the truth about the armor. The sharks mostly attack the Raoul creatures, but some attack the monster as well. Even though the monster swallowed Rachel and me, and try to kill us, I can't bring myself to abandon it over to death. I swim out of Rachel's grip and toward the monster, knowing full well that I would have to handle the Raoul creatures that seem to never die. Getting to the monster is easier than I thought. Not much sharks getting in my way. I get to the Raoul creatures, punching them like crazy, but they don't care. They keep attacking the monster. I get in front of one and block his nails from entering the monster's stomach by raising up my arm to block its blow. It keeps trying to attack around me, but I always manage to block it away from the monster. I just keep blocking, since doing so irritates it, but that's not good enough, since the rest of the Raoul creatures are injuring the monster. I can never win, and then something enters inside me. I feel tireless and powerful, like nothing can stop me. I stop blocking and fight. The Raoul creatures stop attacking the monster and attack me, knowing that I'm not myself, that something is in me. So they need to get rid of the threat first, instead of the sacrifice. Surrounded by 8 Raoul creatures yet again, but this time I have no fear. What I have is the power to send them back home. The water around all the Raoul creatures turn into chains circling them. Then I point to where their home is, and a huge maelstrom forms, sucking them in, and a few of the sharks. Then seal up, no more threat. I swim over to the monster and put my right hand on its wounds. When I lift my hand, there is no more bleeding. It is healed. Whatever entered inside of me has left, because I feel tired and weak. Plus, a gray foggy figure flies up into the air, up into heaven. The sharks leave Rachel and me with the arrow-wielding things and the sea monster. I guess the sea monster and I are friends now, since it let me ride on its back over to the arrow-wielding things. Rachel had to swim over to them, since the sea monster would move away from her every time she would try to get on it. I keep laughing while Rachel glares at me. The arrow-wielding things are mermen and mermaids. They string their bows to their back, meaning we are finally safe. I would have been so glad to leave the ocean to go with the mer people, but they tell me that the sea monster will not come with us. It belongs in the open. This is where we part ways, but it is hard. Which one should I leave behind? The sea monster or Rachel? The sea monster tried to kill us, but now tried to save us. While Rachel, she's the only human out in the ocean. Go to the mer people's domain for a while, then back out to the ocean, or travel further into the ocean with my pal, the sea monster. I choose to stick with my pal, the sea monster. Rachel hugs me goodbye, saying she'll catch up with me later. After that, a mermaid floats up to me, stares at me, then kisses me on the lips for what felt like a minute. She tells me that I can now breathe underwater. I cannot drown. The mermaid floats back down to her kind, then leave to their domain, with Rachel beside them. Wow, it happened all so fast. The kiss and them leaving. I got kissed on the lips by a mermaid. Never in my entire life did I think I would get kissed by anyone, least of all a mermaid, who didn't even explain why she did it, but I'm guessing it was because of my bravery. Enough with the kissing. What the heck? I think the mermaid forgot to mention that the kiss can also let me understand sea animal minds. Since we can read each other's minds, do you know what entered my body, then floated up to the sky after I healed you? It was a water spirit, trapped in the ocean until a human is in need of assistance. Trapped? How are the spirits trapped? Did they do something bad so they get stuck in the ocean until they help a human? The spirits didn't do anything bad. When they were human and died in the ocean, their bodies were never found. After 3 weeks of not being found, they become spirits and don't go to heaven until they help a human accomplish their goal. Did the spirit know you, the one that entered into me? Yes, it did. For I'm the one who killed her. She was probably a year older than you and just as determined to see what lies at the end of the ocean. I was so hungry. She was in my path. I couldn't help myself. Did you chew on her or swallow her like Rachel and me? I chewed on her. She was the first and last human I chewed on. Humans taste so nasty when you chew on them. So, that's why I just swallow humans without chewing them. If humans are just meals to you, then why did you try to save me? The Raoul creatures are my enemy. That's why I saved you. And when you planned on saving me, before the spirit even entered into you, I vowed to myself that I wouldn't kill you, and that I would help you as best as I could. Whoa, could you backpedal or something? There's a waterfall. I don't know if that means death. I'm not ready to become a water spirit. I thought you wanted to see what lies beyond the ocean. I do, but to the point of death. Being water spirit isn't that bad. How do you know? You're not dead or human. When the girl spirit healed me, she told me that she got to help many other humans before you and kept rejecting to go to heaven until a human was near me to tell me that she forgives me. Why she forgives me for killing her, I don't know. If that girl could venture off still when she was already dead, then let's do it. Waterfall, here we come. We fall down the waterfall, a never-ending fall. Are we going to fall forever? Are we dead? Is this the end of our adventure while we're living? We shall never know.